judiciary agenda of his administration, according to Senator Jeff Sessions, Republican, Alabama. U.S. District Judge Robert Chattanooga of Connecticut took what many considered extraordinary judicial actions back in 2005 to prevent the execution of a serial killer. And the judge also has a record of lenient sentencing for sex offenders. Nevertheless, the Senate Judiciary Committee on a party-line vote sent his nomination to the full Senate yesterday. The committee vote was 11-7-1, and only one Democrat, and I almost fell down when I read this. Ready? Only one Democrat from California was abstaining, and that was Senator Dianne Feinstein. All the Republicans, by the way, voted against the nomination. Now, the president clearly has a view of judiciary that is contrary to the classical American understanding of the law, Sessions said, and Sessions is the ranking member of the Judiciary Committee. This story, by the way, filed by our good buddy Fred Lucas, CNS News. Quote, he believes, he said repeatedly, that a judge should show empathy. That's not what a judge is for, Sessions said. A judge is a servant of the law. They put on the robe to be dispassionate and apply the law as written. The president grew up in a community as a community activist. He sees courts as part of a process by which political agendas can be advanced. So I'm not surprised that a number of these nominees that have been submitted by this president tend to be consistent with his view with the role of a judge, Sessions added. Pretty strong words there. Iranian President Mohammed Ahmadinejad said today Israel was doomed and singled out U.S. President Barack Obama for scorn, blaming Washington for orchestrating new nuclear sanctions against Iran. Speaking during a visit to the World Expo in Shanghai, Ahmadinejad denounced the UN Security Council sanctions resolution adopted last Wednesday with Chinese and Russian backing as worthless paper. The firebrand leader accused global nuclear powers of non-polishing atomic technology and said the new sanctions would have no effect, reserving most of his tough rhetoric for the United States, not his ally Beijing. Swatting aside the U.S. leader's offer of dialogue and reapproachment if Iran relents on its nuclear ambitions, Ahmadinejad said, I think President Obama has made a big mistake. He knows the resolution will have no effect. Very soon he will come to understand that he has not made the right choice, and he has blocked the way to having friendly ties with the Iranian people. Ahmadinejad chose a visit to his country's national pavilion during Iran Day at the Shanghai Expo over an appearance at a regional security summit in Uzbekistan attended by the Chinese and Russian leaders. The Chinese president and his Russian counterpart for the summit, they're both there meeting, so all three getting along just wonderful. Republicans stepped up to criticism of the U.S. Supreme Court nominee, Elena Kagan, saying memos that she wrote as a law clerk for Justice Marshall are evidence of judicial activism. Kagan's clerkship for Marshall, 1987 and 1988, will be the focus for her confirmation hearing, said Senator John Kyle of Arizona. He is a member of the Judiciary Committee that will hold the hearings on her nominations beginning June 28th, right around the corner. Obama nominated her to replace Justice John Paul Stevens on the 9-member High Court. We are going to take a break. We're going to be right back with Penny Nance, CEO of Concerned Women of America. We'll be looking at conservative women victories. Don't go away.